Hi, gorgeous. What are you doing in there? Hi. Happy anniversary, baby. Hi, good morning, everybody. This is Brittany at Big Cat Rescue here in Tampa, Florida. We have a very special rescue anniversary today. Even Priya's chiming in. Hi, Priya. You saying happy anniversary, neighbor? So today is the 6-year rescue anniversary for Dutchess, Jasmine, and Jinx. I know. Hi, babe. And of course, today is also one of those days where we were really missing Sapphire. Right? But we're gonna try to stay happy because it is a happy day. Yeah. So thank you guys for sharing this and tagging each other, alerting everybody that we're live. I am mainly just gonna focus on our 3 anniversary cats today. So Dutchess, Jinx, and Jasmine are celebrating 6 years of living at Big Cat Rescue. However, 4 of those years, they were technically in our witness protection program. Right, babe? That's because it was a 4-year-long legal battle between the state of Ohio and the previous owner of these cats that were confiscated in Ohio 6 years ago, 2015. And I'll never forget it because I was still a brand new red shirt, still in the gift shop, learning to give tours. And all of a sudden we're like, hey, there's 4 new cats on property that you guys can't take photos of and you guys can't really talk about. And it was my first experience with a witness protection cat. So we basically kept their identities sealed and just took the best care of them, showed them unconditional love. And as the years drug on, we all got very, very attached to these cats. Right? So it's actually a different time of year. I think it might be May or June is when we actually were able to announce them. But technically, they arrived here at Big Cat Rescue on August 25th, 2015. Right, babe? Thank you guys again for sharing this. It looks like we've got a pretty low viewer count, so I'm not sure what's going on with that, but if you guys miss anything, you can rewatch it at dailybigcat.com. Like I said, I'm mainly just gonna focus on these 3. I've got them featured all day long over on Instagram. So tons of photos of all 3 of them, along with some little tidbits about their personalities. And I think I'm posting like every 2 hours over there, so yes, gotta make sure this girl gets all the attention today. You guys can check out some of the cameras that have at least Dutchess on them at bigcatcams.com. So I just figured we would spend a couple Zen moments with each cat this morning. If you want to learn their stories and all the details they came to live here, you can do that on their bio pages. And you just go to bigcatrescue.org/cat bio. You'll learn all about what a witness protection cat really is. Also on our website, bigcatrescue.org/law-enforcement. We'll tell you a little bit about that. I've been out here for 6 years, over 6 years now, and the 4 cats from Ohio, which were again Sapphire, Jasmine, Jinx, and Dutchess, but then also Aria. So we did house Aria for only about, I think it was only about 9 months for her before we found out that she could be a permanent resident here. She's just watching all the feeders come back. She's already had breakfast. She's currently in her roof section so that they can clean her water bowl out there. Being pretty chill when you got a full belly. So thank you guys for sharing this, and appreciate any donations. I'm not sure if there are any, but I'd like to throw that out there occasionally. You can see all this fur on the wire here maybe. Of course, go figure, when I want it to focus on the wire, it won't. Nope, not gonna show you. And when I don't, it will. So you guys know Dutchess has a really fun personality, but she's also got that super aggressive mentality when it comes to food, and can be actually one of our scarier cats. She's definitely one of our largest female tigers. So again, she's just in her roof section. She has a whole open air section with a lake and a platform and a big den, but there's a water bowl out there that we have to scrub every morning. So we shift her back and forth so that it's safe to clean. This is definitely one of her signature moves. Duchess spends a lot of time rolling around in the grass. You'd think maybe you never really had grass or something. Unfortunately, with the witness protection cats and the litigation they went through for 4 years, we know very little real life information about any of these 3 cats. Again, we were just told, here, house these cats, feed them, care for them, make sure that, you know, they're nice and healthy and happy, and we will let you know what happens in the court system. And 4 years later, we were told that they could stay here permanently. And it's been really fun to see them change and adjust over the last 6 years, because Dutchess was very high-strung. She would rip doors down. If you put a door down between her and her food, she could pull it off with her mouth, hence why she's a double lockout cat. But she's a lot more chill now. She's not doing a lot of the jumping and attacking and pulling things with her feet and her mouth, but she, you know, just gets a little high energy and gets very growly with food now, but she's a lot more chill. She also learned how to appreciate enrichment and treats and toys. I don't think she'd ever really gotten anything like that before. So actually all 3 of these cats you'll see today, when they arrived, we tried to give them paper enrichment, which is anything from a brown paper bag to a large, you know, toilet paper or paper towel roll. We put spices or perfumes or different scents on them. A lot of the cats like to, you know, chomp through them, shred them, kick them, toss them around. Lots of natural behaviors they would do with prey in the wild. But unfortunately, Jinx, Jasmine, and Dutchess all would just eat the paper. So it's like they'd never been given anything to play with. It was just all about eating for survival. So it took them a couple of years to calm down and adjust. And so just a couple of years ago, we started reintroducing them to some of the fun enrichment that we do. And they all love it now. They totally understand, I don't need to eat that because I get plenty of other food. They do, Jinx especially loves the watermelons and pumpkins. Jasmine loves the watermelons and pumpkins. Dutchess, not as much. She likes things that roll around, but she doesn't necessarily like to chomp her teeth into them, which is kind of interesting for her personality. She does really like playing with toys, though, the large boomer balls and the topsy-turvies, things like that. She does really like the big, indestructible toys that she can basically hug or lay on, which is really cool to see, because she was just nervous, pacey, and aggressive when she arrived. And 6 years later, she's pretty darn chill for a tiger. You still can't trust her. You can't turn your back on her. And food is always serious business, but because she gets plenty of it, she is pretty chill. Should we go see your other friends? All right, you enjoy your day. So again, you could go to bigcatcams.com, and later this afternoon when Jasmine's out in her open air section, you might be able to see her on her platform, on top of her den. It's gonna be another really hot, humid day though, so I don't know how active they will be, but all right, so Miss Duchess, let's go find Jinx. Just gotta get my gate closed here. Thank you very much, Diane, for your donation. If any of you guys are interested in donating or sponsoring any of these cats, you guys can also do that at bigcatrescue.biz. So let's go see what Jinx is up to. If you guys watched my live yesterday, you saw we've been doing a lot of tree trimming again for a potential cat move. And so there's still a lot to pick up, and parts of the barricade that we need to fix a bit, but and today we're only going to feature our 3 anniversary cats. So we just saw Dutchess. If you missed any of that, you'll be able to rewatch it when I finish this live. Might get a, oh look, there's a neighbor shot, but for the most part, well, there's one. There's Diablo in his tunnel. I'm sure that has a really nice breeze up there. That's where I'd be if I was Diablo. All right, now we just gotta see where this sneaky boy ended up after lunch. I am going, or breakfast I should say. I'm already ready for lunch. When you get up so early, you find yourself eating like at all times of the day. Let's see. Hopefully he's just back here in this back corner. Although I don't think he's carried any toys back there yet, so I have a feeling this is where he'll be though. This area gets kind of swampy when it rains a lot, but when it doesn't, it seems to be his favorite spot. But I leave it to him to prove me wrong today. No, Jinxie. He might be on his platform then. Alright, well, this is a good opportunity for you guys to see just how much space Jinx has. I like have to triple check myself. I'm like, but what if he was that shadow that I saw over there? Nope. Love this cat. Not on his new platform, so he might be down on his other platform, which he seems to really be enjoying lately. So all of this is Jinx. All of Jinxie's signs. He is not in that den, so let's pop over here. if we can find the best boy. Hi. Hi. Hi, handsome. Happy anniversary, buddy. Oh, love of my life for 6 years. Oh my goodness. That's a very long time. That's a very long time, buddy. Hi. So this is Jinx celebrating his 6-year rescue anniversary. Best boy for 6 years here. Everybody's favorite cat, whether it's the keepers, the staff, the supporters, the donors. Everybody loves Jinx. Everybody loves that Jinxie. Yeah. There's that handsome man. There's that handsome boy. You got big plans today? I'm sure everyone's gonna bring you something. Everyone's gonna bring you something. So Jinx has actually changed a lot in personality over the last 6 years as well. Clearly, the first time you ever see Jinx, it gives you a pretty intense feeling. The first time I ever saw him, I was, again, a brand new red shirt, just learning to give tours in the gift shop as a volunteer. And they arrived in the middle of the night, and you never ever saw Jinx. So this is interesting information if you like this kind of trivia. When Dutchess and Jinx first arrived, they lived across the street from each other on Tiger Row. So if you guys remember the end cage area that Kali was in, that now Simba has access to, that is actually where Dutchess lived. The other end of that, closer to Max and Marianne Bobcat, is where Jasmine lived, and Sapphire was actually in the middle. So there were 3 tiger girls all on Tiger Row. And Jinx was across the street and had half of the enclosure that Max Tiger currently has. So that whole area was sort of our witness protection area. There were even ropes and signs that say, do not take their pictures. When we'd give tours, we'd tell people, he's a black leopard, we've named him Jinx, but we don't really have any other information. Because we didn't. We still don't officially know their ages. We estimate Jinx to be currently about 21, 22 years old. And Dutchess, we think, might be more like 15, 16 range. Jasmine, more like 13, 14-ish, but we really don't know for sure. So that's just a guesstimate based off of their health and the details that we have been able to find. But when Jinx first arrived, he pretty much hid in that den that Max Tiger actually doesn't have access to because it's way too small for a tiger, but it was perfect size for a leopard. And you really only ever saw his eyes from time to time unless you were the one feeding him. So as I worked my way up through the program, of course I became a senior keeper eventually. And the first time I really finally got to work with Jinx was pure magic. And I'm sure every single keeper here, the first time they ever got to care for Jinx, that's exactly the feeling that you have. We had 2 other black leopards when I first started here, Jumanji and Saber. And I had just gotten my final cleaning sign off as a green shirt when Saber passed away, so I never actually got to be his caregiver. And then magically Jinx showed up, and at first I felt really crushed. I was like, I thought I'd get that opportunity to work with 2 black leopards, and then they both had passed away from old age and lots of health issues. And then along came Jinx, so he is like my little magical unicorn. But as we've been able to start giving them enrichment and spend more time around them and you know, experiment with like the sickles that we're giving and different things like that, you really started to see his personality take total flight. And now, even though he is still very intense looking, and don't ever get me wrong, every single one of these cats can tear you apart. So you can't ever feel comfortable enough to let your guard down around them. But what I can say is Jinx has proven to be a total goofball. He loves to play with all the toys. He will play with every single toy in here. He loves his platforms. He went over to his feeding lockout to be like, is there more food? Get some water while you're in there. He's like, all this talking you're doing, it should be a feeding tour. Right, bud? Sorry, you just had breakfast like 10 minutes ago, though. So it's been really fun to see him warm up to certain people, and while he's still very intense, he does like to show his silly side. I've recently started grooming with him. We have retractable scratchers that we can help any of the cats that are fully declawed, and unfortunately he was fully declawed before he arrived here. And he really likes it in certain places, and then in an instant he's trying to bite it and take it from you, so you gotta really watch him. This is his brand new platform that he's pretty proud of. Oh, he's gonna lay up there, let's see. Gotta move on to Jasmine. I don't wanna jip her from any time. I've gotta get to a staff meeting. If I come back around, are you gonna do your signature flop? Let's see if we can get a upside down flat cat real quick. Are you gonna do your flop? Anniversary flops. Anniversary flops from Jinxie. What a good boy. There we are. There we are. My very goodness. Why are you so magical? Why are you so magical? Also, guys, you have about a half an hour to get your final bids, and there are 2 paw prints available on our eBay store from this guy right here. Yeah, I made it so it would end today on your anniversary. The big donation for your anniversary, bud. Yeah. That got him excited. You can lightly see his spots on his chest right now. Thank you very much for all your donations on here as well. He's like, okay, I did your flop. All right, we're gonna go see Jazz Pants. Oh, he's gonna go play with his ball now. Aw, how do we walk away now? You get that ball. You get it. You get that ball. What'd that ball do to you? He's gonna look at it upside down. Oh my goodness sakes. Oh my goodness sakes, sir. Did you get it? Did you get it? You sure did. He always looks so stunning next to his toys. That one doesn't have any holes in it where it's easy for you to pick up. Of course, he's super adorable in the most awkward spot where I really can't see him very well. Let's go this way. Oh, now that's a photo. My goodness. That's a photo, sir. Thank you for being so special, buddy. Oh my gosh. At this point, I'll be late to the meeting. I don't even care. This is too cute. How do you leave? We'll still get our jazz time. We'll still get our jazz time. How do you walk away from a Jinxie, though? About to see a leopard belly. Oh, oh, it got away. It got away. It got away. Bye, buddy. Yeah. You know I'm gonna come see you later. You know it. You know it. All right. Okay, bud. I see you again in a little bit. Too much. Too much. All right, let's hop on the cart and let's go to Miss Jasmine. All right, bye, bud. Okay. Thank you again to anybody who is donating. Thank you to anybody who's bidding on Jinx's eBay auctions right now. And I'm sure he doesn't realize how much he appreciates it, but the fact that he's pretty much always our #1 most sponsored cat shows you how just darn special he really is. And if you guys want to add to that, again, bigcatrescue.biz is where you can do that. Try not to run over any huge sticks. All right, let's go see what Jazz is doing. Try to spend the rest of our time with her, assuming she doesn't straight attack me. That is her favorite thing to do. Let's see. This is where Jasmine's cage starts. Not out here. All Jasmine. There she is. All right, we'll park on the other side and walk around. Of course, she won't stay in the same spot once I'm over there, I guarantee. Okay, see this girl. So ironically, Jasmine now lives in our late Sapphire's enclosure. She seems to be doing it justice. She uses every part of it. Definitely enjoys the space. She also uses the hammock, I think, more than any other cat here. Hi, anniversary girl. Ooh. Hi. Hi, Jasmine. Ooh. Hi, honey. Happy 6-year anniversary, lady. 6 years you got to come here and learn what grass is and what love is and what toys are. Living the best life. She's like, oh, you're here? I guess I'll groom now. So again, you guys can go and learn all about each of these 3 cats and what witness protection means on our website, bigcatrescue.org. But you can do /cat bio, or backslash law-enforcement if you want to learn thoroughly what our witness protection program is all about. It's time to take a bath. Hi, gorgeous. Thank you to everybody telling newcomers if they want to learn about our enclosures here. Our enclosures are very difficult for you to see what the full enclosure looks like by one camera angle, right? One camera angle or one video. So you really can't do that unless you go watch my home tours. dailybigcat.com. There's a home tour playlist where I spent countless days walking around every single enclosure here and showing you all the details. Jasmine has such a unique tail. A little bit like Kimba's. It's shorter than it should be. Unique coloring. See too, Jasmine's kind of a washed out color compared to like Dutchess or Kali. A lot lighter, a lot more white. Very beautiful though. She's got beautiful eyes, but she does have slight cross eyes as well. Our guess is she was probably acquired from maybe a cub petting industry where she couldn't be used for photos anymore, and so she became somebody's backyard menagerie. And you can see she's missing half of her ear as well. Probably trauma from being young. Right? I know you're perfect, but I do like to point out to people that this is the result of the cub petting industry. Inbred cats that have a lot of health issues and deformities and just various things. So if you guys want to do anything at all to show your support for Duchess, Jinx, or Jasmine for their 6-year rescue anniversary, you guys should definitely make the call of the wild today in honor of them or in honor of Sapphire. You guys can do that at bigcatact.com. And it is like the most simple thing you can do as a U.S. resident if you want to help any of these big cats from being exploited in the U.S. It's going to patch you through automatically to all of your representatives. If you're nervous, you can do it after hours or on the weekend, and then you just leave a message. But it's just important that they continuously keep hearing from us from every single state possible. Right, we got to get the Big Cat Public Safety Act passed this year, and I know that they're on a break right now, but I think mid-September we'd really like to hit the ground running. The other thing I'd love for you guys to check out, if you're on Instagram, it's Big Cat Movie is the handle, but if you guys look up the conservation game, I know they're about to have a really big premiere. I think it's this coming weekend in LA. And then there's going to be a lot of states that are going to have screenings of it. And it's definitely going to be an amazing bombshell of a documentary that we would love for you guys to show. We're just doing all the grooming. You were dead asleep before I got here. It's like I got to get between every toe. Look at that squish nose. Look at that squish nose. That sounded like Kali over there might be playing with her ball. I heard it hit the fence. I heard it hit the fence, lady. And that big paw. She does have some really cool markings. I particularly like the top of her head. I don't know why, but I don't know if she'll let me show you without jumping up. A lot of thick black striping on top there. I know, I can see the chest bumping, which means usually we're gonna get sprung at. The chest bumping and the, you'll see her change all of a sudden in her eyes, and you know what's about to happen. No, it's just a grooming time. Yeah, I don't like to just wander each enclosure during the lives, because then people just complain, where are the cats? Why aren't you showing cats? I mean, my goodness, you just can't make people happy. But I did go through and make a whole series of me just walking the enclosures of the cats and showing them like 1 to 2 times. And it has made a big difference. It's been a really great reference tool. So if you're ever out there on social media and somebody's kind of being dumb about, you know, the one thing they thought they saw on Tiger King and how small our cages are and this and that, all you gotta do is send them either that playlist or a couple of those links and let them see for themselves that we actually have huge enclosures. You just have to be a little bit smarter and do some research. She's just really getting it done. Lots of grooming. And I'm just like at a terrible angle. Yeah, because your cage like dips here. All of our enclosures are curved, which is nice because you can see we've got, I knew it, I saw it. We've got these 4x4, so 4" by 4" square galvanized steel enclosures, and that allows wind to just whip right through them. Because we are in Florida, so we get a storm season every single year for many, many months. This is that spot where I got that picture that everybody loves of Jasmine in front of her hibiscus tree. Yeah. Lately, she's actually been climbing up behind it and getting on top of that den. And that's a real big surprise when keepers come around the corner. Well, again, thank you very much for everybody who has been answering questions in the comments. Especially when people join us for the first time ever and have no idea what it is that they're looking at. That's the thing. We love animal people because they're always passionate about animals, but they can be really ignorant if they don't do the research and actually learn laws and animal behavior and things like that. And so just as a huge thank you to all of our moderators and all of our regular supporters. Thank you guys very much for everything you do every single day. Making sure that people are at least somewhat understanding what they're seeing. I mean, you can't fix stupid, but you sure can try, and you guys do it endlessly. So thank you very much for that. Getting lots of fresh water, probably so she can try to pee on me. That's how we roll, right, Jazz? I really thought she was gonna do it on command right there. Well, thank you guys very much for joining us. We started out with Dutchess, then we saw Jinx, and now we're here with Jasmine. Whoa. Happy anniversary, lady. I know. She's like, okay, but you can go now. I'd like to go back to sleeping. She's also probably ready for a shower, but I can't give her a shower while I'm filming. You know your keepers will, though. You know the keepers will, though. Beautiful girl. All right, guys, thank you so much. Have a great day. Thank you for all the donations. Go get your bid in for Jinx. Go sponsor Jasmine, Duchess, or Jinx at bigcatrescue.biz. Take some time to go back and look through all of their photos and videos from the day that we announced them. That was an incredible day. And I will talk to you guys later. So thank you very much for spending your morning with me. I'll let Jasmine have some privacy. That chest bumping tells me everything. So thank you guys.